Well, good morning, world. It looks like I no longer have to constantly say a bunch of A's, a bunch of B's, and a bunch of zeros and a 1 when talking about Aston Martin's brand new hypercar that's coming out. Some people say 2018, but I don't think we'll see anything until 2019 when it actually takes delivery. But it looks like it finally has a proper name, which, thank you, Aston Martin. So the official name of the Aston Martin hypercar that is due by Adrian Newey is going to be called the Aston Martin Valkyrie. Aston is so good at making names for their cars that absolutely send shivers down your spine, and Valkyrie is such a good name for that car. Valkyrie comes from the ancient Norse mythology of a female figure that chooses who will live and who will die in battle. My God. And now looking at the Aston Martin Valkyrie makes it a whole lot more intimidating than it already was, and that is so fitting for that car. If you don't know already, it's going to be a 6.5 liter naturally aspirated V12 monster that is going to pin up LMP1 times around road courses. So huge promises from Aston Martin for their new Valkyrie, and it has the sickest name I've ever heard in my life now, following Aston's naming cars with V names, with the Vantage, with the Vanquish, with the Vulcan, and now the Valkyrie. Aston's getting scary, and I'm loving every little bit of it. So kudos to you, Aston. I wish I could afford one. We're going to add that to the hype files for this hypercar, and I really hope that it lives up to everything that it's promising. So moving on, a lot of you have probably heard about GM selling Opel to, can't tell what car that was, but anyway, Opel is being sold to the French automaker PSA that also owns Peugeot and Citroën. And this deal is going to be for $2.3 billion. That is insane. $2.3 billion for Opel and Vauxhall, as well as their financial arm. So to break it down, $1.32 billion of that $2.3 or $2.4 billion deal is going to be for the Opel manufacturing business, which is broken down to $650 million in cash and then $670 million in PSA share warrants. So that's kind of the breakdown of how that deal is structured. And then they're also getting another 900 million euros. They're also getting another 900 million euros from PSA and BNP Paribas for Opel's whole financial arm. So that's kind of how that whole huge deal works out. And it makes sense that GM is selling Opel and Vauxhall because they haven't made money in the European markets since 1999. So not a huge surprise that they were able to sell it, but huge figures they got for it. And with the money that GM is getting for the whole deal, they're going to be able to expand in their North American markets as well as the expanding China market for their cars. And we'll be able to see some great things come out of there. So very excited for GM for what they're doing here, as well as Aston for naming it the Valkyrie. So awesome. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video today. If you did so, go ahead and give it a like. If you're new here, go ahead and subscribe. New content every single day. And we'll see you guys tomorrow.